Yeah, I think that's true.
I have returned.
Welcome back.
Welcome back.
I have 2 pages left.
Oh my god, make it count. You're gonna get to take notes on us kaputzing around the mountain pass for a while longer.
Actually, my for this session are simply to RP for the next 2 hours.
Easy.
Easy.
It was incorrect. You do not get another relic gift / point at level 8. That's at level 9.
Oh, something to look forward to. And something for me to not have to worry about doing right now. Yay!
Oh, I remember why you have a level 1 spell slot. It's because of spell battery.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
Right, we were...
That's why that's there.
Yeah, okay. Never mind. Yep. Yep.
Yep.
Yep.
It's my snake. Well, one of them. My special snake.
Why is he a master in nature?
I'm not sure.
Konnor, what the fuck is happening here?
You gave him access and now he's getting all our character sheets looking right.
I mean, it's fine. I just was like, sane?
I think everyone has observer on everyone else. Except maybe I didn't set that up.
No.
Dude.
I don't want it. Don't give it to me.
Okay.
She will
I
look.
prefer not to know. I don't want to know.
I like snooping around at everyone's items and being like,
oh
we haven't used this.
I can't see anyone else's. I can like open their page, but it's blank.
Oh, interesting.
Yeah, and it just says like Sphinx, Oracle,
Yeah.
level 8, or your pronouns. Yeah.
Good.
That's all I need to know. Do not give me access. I don't want it.
So I like right-clicked on one of the party members to like mess with ownership, and there's a remove member button, and it's a bus. The icon is a bus for some reason.
Bust me out of here.
Get out of here.
Bust me out of here.
Oh.
Put me on the bus.
Put me on the bus. Oh.
So, how's everyone doing this week?
Good. It's my last week of summer break. I go back to work next week.
My teacher friend was saying that too, and I was a little blown away. Like, school in Minnesota starts like the first week of September.
Wow.
And so August, people starting school in August just always feels very early to
It's
me.
weird.
Well, I also think that you guys start earlier though, or you guys start later. Like your vacation is like postponed later though.
Probably. Our summer vacation starts like June 1st, kind of. June-ish? May 15th.
They just have a way better system.
Well, show me the scores.
Except we had to make up snow days.
Yeah, but like you don't making the school year shorter to then have extra days to make up snow days that doesn't make a lot of sense.
Yeah, show me your guys' test scores.
Well, our students don't actually start until August 13th, so I have a whole week without students.
Yeah. Okay.
To like prepare.
Read.
Will this?
No, I actually will be working for
Damn.
some of it. I will bring a book though, just in case.
Is this start time still gonna work for you for Wednesdays? Once you're like,
Once I'm going, I would just. We already kind of dilly-dally for 30 minutes anyway. I get off work at 4,
okay,
so I can be home and at my desk by like 4:15.
okay,
Which I figure you guys can just,
yeah.
We can either say we're starting at 4:30, or I can just pop in mid dilly-dally time.
I'm not going to say that we start at 4:30 because then we'll start at 4:45.
Right, exactly. That's my thoughts exactly. So I'm giving you the details of, yes, technically 4 o'clock doesn't work for me, but the way we do it, it does.
Yeah.
Konnor.
It means he has a built-in at least 15 to 20 minutes from now on. So it should work out just fine.
What I'm actually hearing is you hate our dilly-dally time,
Yes.
and you're trying to avoid it.
I like our
Absolutely.
dilly-dally time. I'll probably join it over the phone like you did on the bus, but, the hater is the other person talking.
True.
I'm gonna just say it. You don't want to make that one mad. So, and when the school year starts back up, she's gonna be crazy about the time. So,
No, I'm gonna try to take some of my chill summer version of myself into the school year. We'll see what happens.
and then what will happen is it'll happen like twice, where you'll be like, "Oh, I'm on the bus. I'm gonna be another 40 minutes," and then Sarah will be like, "Mitchel, I need you to talk to Konnor for me."
But hey, it'll
Uh,
what will
And
in
then
my
I will
eyes,
go to,
it'll just
and then
be
instead
Moto.
of me talking to you, I'll go to Ferris,
And
and I'll be like, "Get your fucking brother under control."
you know what I'm gonna say?
And then Dylan will
is-
do nothing.
And then Dylan will do nothing.
Correct.
And it'll happen one more time, and then Sarah will be like, "I thought you talked to him." And I'll be like, "Fuck.
I'm gonna say it's
I
my
shouldn't have
job
left it to Konnor.
to.
I should have left it to Ferris. I should have done it
And then
myself."
Moto
And then
Oh,
will be
I will
passive
message
aggressive
you.
towards me.
it will
Oh my
be, it won't be passive aggressive. What will happen is I will talk to you, and we'll have a gentlemanly conversation. In which case, I make it very clear
Mhm.
the consequences of what will occur.
It is.
I don't know what they are yet because it hasn't happened, but
To be fair, this is today was a more unique situation, and also
correct.
in the past when I've been out, it's usually from grocery shopping, and I now live like an 8-minute walk from my grocery store. So
Yeah. So see, your hypothetical situation in which I don't talk to the person I actually have a problem with directly won't happen.
What if you jaunt to the grocery store? How long does it take you then?
4 minutes.
it's maybe like 6. It's uphill, so
No, it's hard to jaunt uphill.
Yeah.
it's not hard to
Mhm,
jaunt
mhm.
uphill. Just jaunt uphill. It's easy.
Anyway, I'll be chill. Konnor won't be egregiously late, and everything will be fine.
Mhm.
I mean, did you really have to throw on the
Alexa?
egregious there?
Sorry.
Alexa?
Alexa, make a note.
You will be minorly late, but that's just because that's who you are, and it's funny, and
It's the
it's
prophecy.
weird if you're not.
Yeah, see, I can't like shake up your expectations of me.
Exactly. If you're suddenly on time all the time, then I'll actually be mad. So-
Yeah. What's the point of even having me in the group at that point?
Stop.
The only moderate bit of housekeeping at the start, and probably I should just wait until next time when we have Bill. But
No, repeat yourself.
fairly soon, you guys will be getting access to mythic points. But maybe not immediately your mythic calling. But start thinking about your mythic calling and kind of what you want to pursue there. But that will kind of, I think, if everyone's okay with it, that'll be unlocked related to story progression that you pursue as a character. And like we can talk one-on-one on like where and how you'd like those things to start to occur. If everyone is okay with all of that.
Can you elaborate? You
You have
assume
to
I
be in
know the
control of
game
your own
that we
character
play.
story.
So, mythic points, becoming mythic means that mythic points replace hero points. And you will be able to roll things with mythic proficiency, which is just plus 10. It's like the tier above legendary proficiency.
Oh, so is it supposed to be like you pretty much are guaranteed to have the thing happen that you want?
Not exactly, but it does mean that it basically increases the degree of success by 1 most of the time.
Okay.
So if you add your mythic proficiency with a mythic point, like if you roll something and you would have failed, you'll succeed. If you would have succeeded, you'll crit succeed, that kind of thing. Kind of.
Oh, so you don't re-roll.
It depends on
rolling with mythic proficiency is different from rewriting fate, which is like the primary use of mythic points.
Oh, okay.
I do think we'll still keep the baseline hero point function, where you'll be able to like re-roll your stuff with mythic points. And then we'll have the mythic options on top of it. And your mythic calling gives you like different things you can do with your mythic points. You get feats and stuff that you can take for free that give you new options for how to use those mythic points.
Okay.
Yeah, I remember us talking about this a while ago.
Yeah.
But I definitely just looked and didn't actually pick anything. So
Well, that's fair. After you get
it's on my list.
mythic points, you still don't have to actually pick anything for a while. So, yeah.
Cool.
Yeah, normally you wouldn't get your like, calling to like level 6. So like,
Yeah, we're kind of injecting the mythic
the
stuff
intention.
late. So we'll still go through the process of like exploring, discovering the calling and everything.
Okay.
Sorry, Mitchell, go ahead.
You stole the words out of my mouth.
Okay.
Snatched.
So that's about all I have there. Would anyone like to give the recap for a hero point while we still have them? Because they get replaced by mythic points. Who wants to do the recap?
How are you going to motivate anyone to give a recap?
Yeah,
Holy.
because it works so well.
Yeah, it works every time.
I don't even need it.
You don't even need the recap or the hero point.
Both.
Oh, okay, so it sounds like Konnor is volunteering.
Oh my gosh.
No, I'm saying I don't need to do it because I don't need the hero point.
Because you remember everything that happened last session, so then tell us what happened last session for everyone who forgot.
I'll kindly pass to
Like
give
me,
someone else
Sarah,
an
and
opportunity.
Voraktee. We all forgot. So
We-
obviously you're the only one able to give the recap because you know.
Obviously.
I'll kindly pass.
Unfortunately, this is like you've been voted. So
I can tell you what happened like the last half.
But how we got there?
Okay, well, how about you just try to give the recap, and if it's not good enough, we'll just correct it for you.
Okay. I am fully blanking on the characters involved. I'm gonna chalk some of that up to just being out of it from the walking.
There was a lot of walking last time, it's true.
Yep, that's fully what I was talking about. Can you remind me what was the name of the Skelm that I think we started off with?
Shavik was the name of the monk fellow who was revealed to be a skeleton.
Okay.
God, I forgot that was I forgot that.
Was that last session?
Think so. No. Yes. No.
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 That was
'cause
the session before.
Yeah. The session
Yeah, it
before
the
was
session before.
dealing with him and then saving his buddy Brim.
Mm-hmm.
I got
Last
me
session we were
Pokeballs.
traveling through the mountains is how we started.
Okay. I remember we
Oh, hi, Bill. He's in chat.
Oh,
Bill. Bill.
we came across the camp of the Star Dreamers. I don't remember anything before that. And they had the 3 prisoners. There was one guy who Turris, I believe, wanted to knock out and take his clothes and steal his place of. I don't remember his name.
Stev.
Dev.
Stev.
Very important to the plot.
Yep. We knocked him out, and then Turris made himself look like Stev and took Stev's place kind of within the camp and was talking to the lady who seemed to be leading the camp, or like at least second. I don't know if she was the one leading and if the other guy, don't remember his name, the one who gets blasted by Isha. I told you
It's okay. I love the way you ask questions to yourself. It's very fascinating to me.
What?
Well, like he's like giving the recap, but he's like giving the recap as a question. It's just
Just the inflection
The-
of uncertainty. I understand.
The specific names for this particular group definitely don't matter.
Yeah.
But it's Parrot. Parrot was the leader
Yeah.
of this troop, the scouting party. Well, I guess
Okay,
they weren't scouts.
so-
Whatever.
Yeah, there was at least the ones that we mainly interacted with. It was Stev, who was the one who Turris took over. The one lady, I think we probably got her name. I don't remember what it was.
Evanon.
And then, oh, okay, Evanon.
Yes.
Okay. So after Turris went and took over as Stev, Scene used message to try and convince Evanon that he was the voice, not the character, but the message that she was hearing was the actual voice of the Seraph, saying that they don't need the prisoners that they have anymore and to let them go. And she proceeds to start cutting the bindings on the different prisoners. And Parrot starts to try and tell her to stop, try to push back and kind of regain control of the situation. And she keeps going. And I forget some of the in-between stuff, but we get to a point where Isha blasts Parrot after we start to convince this group of Star Dreamers that they should stop following the Seraph and that they should start to go around and try to convince other people to follow their own dreams and not be puppets. And using theatrical performance, we make it look like Stev was reborn into a new person. And by the end of the session, we've essentially converted them, this group of Star Dreamers, into following the so-called Seraph of the Light, under the guise of telling them to go dream their own dreams.
Yay!
Can I tell you something, Konnor?
You did it.
Yeah, you're going to anyway.
Correct. What if I told you you basically completely recapped the entire session?
I would not believe you.
The only thing you missed was we fought and killed the Unraveler.
Oh, that's right. Yeah,
That is the only thing you missed.
that doesn't feel correct to me because I don't remember like the first half of the session.
Doesn't matter.
It doesn't. The first half of the session was irrelevant. We walked to the camp. That was the first half of the session.
Yep.
That was like the first 30 minutes of actual playing. So
Congrats,
Thank
you done it.
yeah, congrats. See,
I'm sorry
you
it
did
took
remember most
so
of the
long.
session.
Don't matter, it's done. And our
The only
cult-
person who thought you couldn't do it was you.
Yes.
Like, literally.
Yep. We created a cult within a cult.
Yep.
And our slogan is "Dare to dream your own dream."
Dare to dream.
Nice.
Dare to dream your own dream is they're just saying shit for real.
But it also kind of goes hard.
It does kind of go
Same
hard,
time.
doesn't it? It does. You're right.
Thank you for that recap, Konnor. Go ahead and take your hero point, your extra hero point. Everyone can, of course, recharge
I don't need it. I'm gonna give it to Moto.
their hero points to 1.
Aww. For encouraging
Thank you.
How sweet.
Yeah.
I will gladly take it.
Yoink.
Usually in these sessions where I give recaps, I usually never find an opportunity to like use skill checks and stuff.
Mhm.
So maybe I'll find an opportunity here in a session where I didn't give the recap, but the point was given to me anyways.
Entirely
Wow.
possible, yeah. So. With the main group of these, this troop of Star Dreamers handled and being sent off to repeat this message to dream your own dreams. You guys have regrouped yourselves a little bit away from their camp with the face that helped you accomplish this all, Dev. Just barely coming to. I believe he was re-knocked out.
Yes, he was re-knocked out.
Perhaps tied up and bound. I'm not sure
Yes.
how thorough you guys are being with him, but... So, with the chatter of the rest of the group echoing over the hills, you now have to decide what to do yourselves, what to do with Stev.
So we were making camp and helping to heal up I think it was the orc that was injured.
Yes. Well, it was there was an elf woman who's let me double check. But yeah, there's the kind of an orc priest, a human scholar, and then a fighter who was their protector who was injured. And I believe she was an elf, I think.
Yeah, where we had left off, Steris was the last one to have eyes on Stev, and she had gone back to where we had initially stashed him, kind of threatened him and knocked him out. And in her mind, that's enough. So she had reported back to the party, and we were helping, and she was helping to heal the fighter.
She's just a human. My bad.
Oh, cool. You're like, just a human? 2 humans?
Weird.
In one party? Weird. We're the monsters. So, I guess as I'm wrapping up helping heal the fighter, I can report to the rest of the party that I gave Stev a stern talking to and knocked him back out. That I didn't think he should be an issue.
I'd go find him.
Okay. So Isha departs the camp without saying a word, I presume.
Always.
Yeah.
And Isha, you find kind of like just in a tucked kind of between some rocks outside of the site of the camp. Just this human laying like at a slightly on a slight incline, their head facing the bottom of the incline, emitting a small groan. This slightly bruised human, in fact. Why not give a face to Stev, huh?
That he looks like all the other guys.
He does. I mean, doesn't he kind of?
He looks like a human the way all the other humans do.
Yeah. You know, he's a little higher fidelity than the group, than the ones in that group. But he looks approximately similar, I would say.
Approximately.
It's close enough for Isha.
So you find him. Oh, shit.
All you humans look like you guys were made in a factory.
So yeah, he groans. He's starting to come to. The hand moves to his head and he gives it a little shake.
As I come up, I have cast light on my robe. My giant sheet that I wear. And I just kind of wait for him to become awake.
Yeah, he like touches the spot where he was just smacked by Steris' shield, and there's just like a sound. And then kind of like looks at his hand and he pushes himself up a little and looks around, and his eyes finally land on you. And he just blinks, and then his eyes go wide, and he's just like, "Why the Seraph?"
Ugh. Don't say that.
Oh. Apologies?
That's right. Maybe if you're sorry, I won't teach you.
His mouth opens and then closes, and a moment passes, and he's like, "Am I hallucinating?"
If that is what you want to believe.
I'd to prefer that.
Then it can be a hallucination.
That sounds great. I've been clocked over the head a couple of times. I don't know if I'm...
Why do you follow the Seraph? Were you given no choice? As she's sort of like prowling and snaking around him.
You're very threatening for a hallucination. I wouldn't say I was given no... You know, that's exactly right. I was given no choice. I was coerced to leave my farm and follow the Seraph.
By who?
Dolphin, obviously.
Who?
Dolphin.
Was it any of the people in the camp?
Yeah, he's in the... Well... Not this camp. Back home, yeah?
Do your people like the Seraph?
Kind of like looks to the side, kind of like looks all around like, yeah, that's a strange question. I haven't sat down and had a pint with them. People like gods, usually.
I think that depends on you. There's no reason to like any of them. Truly. We're all insufferable creatures.
What?
You're dancing around the answer here. So you were coerced, but you don't like the Seraph?
Yeah, well, I mean... The idea of sticking it to the floor ain't so bad.
Interesting.
I want giving it to us straight, says Garvin. Maybe the Seraph is, maybe he isn't.
If I could show you the truth of the Seraph, would you follow me?
Kind of furrows his brow. Looks like he goes deep into thought for a second. And he's like, frankly, I'm not going to get hit over the head anymore or eaten. That's good enough reason for me.
Do you possess any special skills?
Stand by.
Does go.
That's not right. Let's be one. Why did I count this wrong? Whatever, one's fine. I'm pretty good getting places where I'm not supposed to be.
Why should I free you instead of just leaving you here to rot?
I know some stuff. I have some information. Thought about it a little bit. And those folks who came by, they were asking me for some, if I knew what was going on. I don't really know what's going on, but I have seen some things. And I think it could help.
Yeah, Isha is sort of like sitting like next to him. I imagine that like he's like nestled between some rocks and she's like on the rock to the left.
Yeah.
So like his head is like at her feet.
And like I said, I can sneak into places. I'm good at climbing. I can get up and down. Squeeze through places. Keep my balance. Got.
Hold still.
I can do that.
And then she will cast Dispel Magic on him.
Okay. He like keeps babbling after you tell him to hold still. He's like, yeah, great at holding still, and that's one of my skills too, for sure. And as you cast Dispel Magic, there's like a brief flash on his forehead, and then very briefly the mark of the Star Dreamers kind of like flashes there, and then kind of like shatters off of his forehead as like shards of tiny glass and then dust.
Do all of your friends have that mark on them?
Excuse me? What mark?
You are all anointed by this Gavin.
Did I have a mark on me? Kind of like looks over his shoulder and like reaches a hand over to like touch his back. Where?
Who is this Gavin you speak of?
Garvin. There's an R. Garvin.
Oh, Garvin. Sorry, your human name.
Dolphin.
Your human names are so difficult to pronounce.
I mean, my name's Stev.
I know who you are.
Oh. Right, yeah, of course.
I'm having a hard time deciding if you should live or die.
I can answer that, yeah. Living is a great option. You know, if you're not feeling either way about it.
Okay, well. You'll be coming with me.
Yeah, that's sure.
And then Isha just, like, drags him.
He just stumbles after you.
I thought he was tied up.
Oh, yeah. I don't know how. I don't know. I don't know what, where, how. But yeah.
I had imagined Sarah's like tied his hands and feet. She kept him alive, but tied his hands and feet to help slow him down. In her mind, that negated the main issue.
Yeah. There's a couple of dull ow. So you're just pulling him along.
Yeah, Isha, lift up your head. I know your doesn't bash against the ground.
Oh yeah, that is my ow.
Yeah, and then I come back, and I'm dragging Stev. It's dangerous to leave people, to die to the elements, and cooler even to do so.
Stairs, you left him tied.
Well, we wanted to slow him down, didn't we?
I fear that he simply would have died there in those rocks. Eaten by bears or something.
Whoa.
Oh, that would be a shame. He does miss his farm.
Speaking of his farm, there's a person named Gavin.
Garvin.
Garvin.
I love the idea of both Turris and Stev at the same time. We're like, Garvin.
He has been touched by the Seraph, as it were. And this one believes he has info that will be helpful to us.
More info than he was willing to give earlier.
I told him I would eat him if I thought he was lying.
We told him we would kill him.
I wasn't unwilling earlier. I gave you the information that I had. I thought about it. I don't know what this ritual that Garvin is planning is, but I have seen some things that would give you more information.
Well,
Also, I think we should let this one live. I realize that he might be useful for a Pahu.
Yeah, that's smart. That's a good idea, yeah.
for a Pahu? How so? He's a farmer.
Maybe he's a farmer now.
Well, and I told you I'm good at squeezing in and out of things, and just do a little check. And he kind of like raises his hands that he has in the last couple of seconds, freed from the ropes.
See? He would have been fine, Isha.
Not if I ate him.
Well, then he should show his gratitude by telling us what he knows.
Yeah, are we all agreed, like, that I live
that way.
If you should, if
Yes, with the caveat that
certainly
you will
decided.
assist me.
Yeah.
I certainly wouldn't need him, even though that technically wouldn't be cannibalism, you know.
He looks over you and he just stares at you and like tilts his head.
Are all humans so silly that they think that you're truly human?
It's very hard to discern, you know.
But you don't smell like a human.
Yes, I know I don't smell like a human, but humans have a wide variety of odors, you know.
And you forget humans have a bad sense of smell.
Not all of them. Surely. Or maybe all of them. Speak. She like
Takes
bats
him.
Steph with a paw. Just...
Right. Garvin. He's got a few hostages already for this ritual. Tied up in our little village. Being treated pretty nicely, if I do say so myself, keeping them in good shape. Or whatever, Garvin.
Like you were doing with this one. She'll point at the human she was healing.
That one was scary. I had that. She hits very hard. And the fighter kind of like scowls at him and he
You're
shrinks back.
all getting distracted.
Anyway, so Garvin, he has many hostages for this ritual.
Yeah,
How many?
I don't know. Many's. He's got more than. He's got 5 or so. We've got tied up there. Said he needed more, so he sent us out to find more. And he's got a kind of like points at Armis. I imagine Armis is still Armis. Yeah, Armis out. Points at Armis and is like,
Yeah.
he's got someone kind of like that. All metally.
Me, I'm not meddling in anything.
Didn't mean to offend.
Hmm. Do you know any more?
I know a couple easy ways in and out. What else do you want
Those
to
are
know?
good. How far away is this village?
Looks around the valley, looks at the like moon rising, thinks for a moment. It's like 3 days? 3 days or so?
In which direction?
And he kind of juts his head kind of west. That way. Crosses valley. And then do a little pass.
The reach is so far. Seems like an awful wide area to search for people.
Not all people come through the mountains. Safer to look this way than get too much attention from Rudel.
Are there specific criteria these hostages need? Were you looking for specific kinds of people?
You know, not supposed to be too frail. Old man was kind of pushing it. And the scholar is just like, hey. But that's about it.
Why go for hostages then? Why not take volunteers from the camp?
He like raises a finger and like opens his mouth to talk, and then kind of like squints and furrows his brow and like closes his mouth again. And he looks confused for a moment.
That's a good question. Yeah, that would have been much easier.
Do you think that there are volunteers?
Well, we don't know the nature of this ritual.
Hmm.
Could ask Parrot. Parrot might have an idea.
Oh,
He's
yes.
dead.
Well.
And Isha points to a pile of ash and a blackened mark.
Yeah. Right. Good riddance thing, frankly.
Hmm. Isha, are you expecting this human to travel with us to the camp?
He will take us to this village.
Yeah, I can find our way there. I can lead you. That's no problem. And I can take care of myself, says the level -1 human.
I'm sure you can.
Well, I can guarantee you that even if he had a full day's head start on me, he would never be able to escape.
Not that I'm looking to.
Well, just make sure you're keeping your pet on a tight leash.
Well, it's better than letting him run free like you would have.
I had an understanding.
Now, if I may, I think both of those are perfectly viable options.
Well, you know what I say. The more the merrier, as long as they, what's the phrase? Get the mission.
Yeah, the more the merrier.
Yes, the more the merrier. I like you, Steph. I feel like I know you. I feel like I almost am you. I was for a moment.
Yeah, I feel like we're very simple. Excuse me. What was that?
He impersonated you.
Well, that feels a little intrusive, actually.
And then Isha points to like the slag of illusionary magic skin.
Ugh. That is.
Oh, it was very theatric, though. You would have loved it. If anyone ever does a play of you, please let me be the main actor. A bioplay, if there's they call it, I think, wasn't?
Bioplay.
You know, can't say I've seen one. Couldn't tell you.
Oh, they're marvelous. Or so I'm told.
Right. I'll have to catch one. This time I'm in a big fancy city that does plays.
If you live long enough, you might be going to one.
You don't have to say it like that.
Isha, like, kind of careens her neck.
He like looks
and
away.
just goes right to his face. I think I do.
Say it however you like, of course.
Just like averting his gaze.
And leaning in towards Daris. Is this how Isha trains her followers?
I don't think I want to know.
Oh, very aggressive, you know.
Did we really expect gentle from Isha?
The idea of Isha just chomping at a rock in that moment.
Yeah, there's just like a hole.
Well, it's been a long day. You three, I don't know their names, Scholar, Adept, and Fighter. You had plans to depart in the morning, yeah?
Yes, I think we'll be returning down the mountains. No offense, it sounds like you are all getting into more trouble, and we're not looking for more trouble ourselves.
Wise of you to recognize. We can look over each other for the night.
We appreciate that.
And Steris will volunteer to take first watch.
Okay. Turgon will offer to take second.
I can take third.
Okay.
Armis!
Sounds
I don't
like,
need a fourth watch.
sounds like
Oh.
Armis.
Doing a great
Wow.
job, Armis.
You know,
You're
The-
just praising Armin.
the more watches you have, the shorter your rest time is, but it doesn't matter for this. Yeah, it's fine. And they will, your troop of 3 that you have rescued will perform some watches themselves.
They don't believe me.
What?
Okay, that's fine.
Well, no,
They're being cautious.
they're helping. They're showing their gratitude.
they're
by-
helping.
Yeah.
Oh, okay. Not by making sure somebody has an eye on us at all times. Got it, got it.
And we'll go the it's going to go the orc priestess first, and then the fighter, and then the scholar at the end.
Cool.
Yeah. Let's see. And as the night passes, you guys don't run into anything too exciting. Whatever, you know, there are some sounds of wild animals off in the distance, but none of them feel brave enough to approach this group of like 20-some individuals in a fairly, you know, not camping on top of each other, but close enough
that any animals nearby are going to keep their distance.
Isha bothers Scene on his watch.
Hey, what's what? Why aren't you sleeping?
The sun will come up and I want to see it rise.
Scene will will nod and and look a little shocked and be like, I wasn't aware someone like you was a big fan of sunrises.
You could say I'm perhaps its biggest fan.
You might have to get in line, buddy. If you look at Scene, he's giving you 2 finger guns.
I'm not looking at Scene.
He's holding it up until it's like really, really apparent to him that you're not gonna look.
Oh, it's not. I'm gonna keep talking, and she's just gonna keep watching the sun line, like the horizon line.
Okay.
I noticed something peculiar. You mention a him or them, like some great being who's out of our perception.
Scene tries to think back. Can you be a bit more specific?
You were talking to someone and you were talking about how one of the things you hated was that fate and destiny were not in our control. They were instead something like a toy to something bigger. And then she like points up to the sky, because every time Scene has talked about this, he's like pointing up.
Oh. I mean, to clarify, kind of out of character, does it seem like when I've said this, I'm not talking about the Seraph?
Isha doesn't know. That's
Okay.
like, I'm asking you this.
Okay, no, I was like, did I? I just want to make sure. Scene would just think for a sec, and then he would throw out there, oh, you're talking about, oh yeah, I mean, to be honest, usually I'm talking about the Seraph, but in general, I just... And he would shake his head. I think blindly following anyone who you don't know, that you can't put yourself in their position, just doesn't feel right to me.
Interesting.
That's why all this stuff with the Star Dreamers and the Seraph, it just it just doesn't make sense.
I agree with. It saddens me to hear that these peoples are simply so willing to follow something they don't understand simply because he's giving them a half-assed explanation of things.
Scene would nod.
I do want you to understand something, though. I think that when you point up and you think you're referring to the Seraph, I think you're onto something about things that are greater than gods as we understand them.
You know, I've had a thought about that myself, but I thought that was just the fool in me wanting to write songs and find meaning where there isn't any. But what do you think?
I think that if there are devils and demons, there is surely some kind of greater mirror to them. I think...
Oh, you go ahead.
Has anyone ever told you the reality of this world? That it is hidden from the perspective of all others? Locked away like a hidden treasure?
Is there anything I can roll to see if I've ever heard any idea like this before?
Yeah, religion or society, or what would you like to roll?
Let me see. I'll do society.
Okay.
Because that's probably where seeing... What?
So...
You'd even take performance?
No, I was just looking at your... So, your underworld lore is still, like, criminal lore, right? Or was it, like, literally underground lore this time?
I think we assumed it was still criminal.
Okay. All right.
Did
Never
we
mind.
assume that?
I took it.
He is giving you an
took it-
out to use your underworld lore.
It would be funny
Yeah,
if you had
yeah.
a lore of like basically treating Underworld lore as like Underdark / Limited Breach lore. I would take that.
That would be funny. I mean, hey, I'll use it. It's the same as my society.
Okay.
Okay. Do you want a secret roll or
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, I would say this has become more common knowledge in the breach than maybe places on the surface, because like people who lived in the Luminant Breach weren't really big on the four to begin with. So I would say that yeah, you've heard some rumblings about that. That the four kind of, you don't know the specifics too much, but you know that the four kind of hid this away, put it in their pocket a little bit.
Okay.
So yeah, you're vaguely aware.
Yeah. How long would you say people have kind of been talking about this or known about this?
People have kind of, I would say it only recently became like common knowledge. It was kind of like rumor status until very recently, the last year or so.
Okay.
So you may have heard about it before, but it was kind of like, it was more like a conspiracy theory. And then in the last year or so, people have been like, oh shit, actually it's true.
Yeah. Scene would like take one of his arms or his tendrils things and kind of like wipe it along the like his forehead area of his eyeball, and would say, you know, there's always been some of those nut jobs who've been trying to find just the standard conspiracy theorists who think that they've cracked the universe, and I kind of always wrote them off as not really worth listening to. But over time, I've heard more and more people talking about that, and you know what they say, if you hear something over and over again, it must be true, right?
That's a simplification. The greatest lie is the one that everyone understands. However, have you ever thought what the world would be like if we weren't hypothetically locked away?
I mean, up until the Seraph showed up, and we learned a bit more about where he came from, or where it came from. Can't say I thought it would be too much different.
Does the thought scare you? Of a world where we aren't hidden?
Scene would take a sec to think about that.
And as you do, there's just a flash of being in that observatory and like staring into the dark void of space and having just that flash of many eyes opening up and staring back at you.
This is a weird question, but can I try to recall when that happened and try to see if I can like maybe remember noticing something that I didn't
Yeah, sure.
see right away?
Yeah, you can reflect on it. Yeah.
What would that be?
I would say if you are just trying to notice like a physical trait or something, or like something of that scene, then perception. If you
I think he's just trying to think about it and like maybe not trying to like notice anything specifically. It's more so just like trying to recall that experience and what maybe it made him feel.
Okay. If you want details about that scene, go ahead and roll perception. If you want details about like things that made you think about, then you can give me like whatever magical or lore tradition, whatever knowledge tradition you want answers related to.
Okay. I'm going to go with perception for now.
What would you like to ask? What detail are you looking for?
Can I ask sort of two things in one?
You can try. Your roll might disappoint you with the answers.
That's okay. It's sort of like a physical thing and then a more mental / emotional thing. One, were the eyes all the same or were they like different at all, like from eye to eye? And actually, no, I'm gonna add. That's pretty much my one question.
Okay.
Except also with the. Can I like tell their expression? Maybe. Are they different in what ways? Is pretty much my question.
I will give you both answers if you are down with taking a debuff for a while.
Ooh.
Sure.
Okay.
I'll do it.
All right. You remember only the detail about like the one bigger eye that was at the center of your vision when you were looking up.
Okay.
And it was just one great, like, goat eye with kind of that horizontal pupil.
Oh.
Staring right down at you, right through to your soul. And the expression was like I would say like hungry and covetous. And as you recall these things,
What a great word.
you find yourself shaken and almost like too exposed under the night sky. And until you feel safe again, until you can rest somewhere away from this grand night sky, you are going to be frightened one.
Okay.
And that could get worse.
Okay.
How do I get to your effects panel? What the heck?
Spooky.
There we go. Carry.
Isha's question was like, does that make me feel like scared, right? Or like just how would I feel essentially?
What Isha's question is, if we weren't hidden, operating out of the fact that the world is hidden, would you be like in a world where there wasn't such a thing keeping us away from the rest of the universe? Would you be afraid? Like,
Okay. Scene would like kind of shakily probably take off his sunglasses and just like set them down. He's still wearing them. And he'd nod and would just say like, you know, all of growing up in that orphanage, all I ever wanted to be was seen. And he would pause, break the seriousness for a sec, because he can't handle it, to give finger guns for the pun to Isha.
Isha's not looking at you.
Okay. But when we were in that observatory, and I saw what I did, I saw whatever it was looking at me. I had wished I could never be seen again.
Hearing your voice, she sort of turns and looks down at you. It's not impossible to change your name.
Scene would nod and shake his head and also smile.
But don't worry, I was scared too. And I fear I still am.
Oh. Voraktee dropped.
He's scared too.
Yeah, spooked him.
Yeah.
Spooky, scary story time.
He's the one that got haunted by the Seraph the most.
Oh no.
He couldn't take it. Oh no. Did we scare you away? We did. Spooky.
Should we wait or keep
You
going?
guys can keep role playing.
Keep going.
After Isha says that, Scene would kind of laugh to himself a little bit, and would just say like, you know, that feeling of being scared, that feeling of not wanting to be viewed or looked at or specifically looked down upon by the people around me is why I picked this name. And is why I think it's so important to be seen and to try and fight back against things like the Seraph, because there'll always be people trying to exploit the individuals who they perceive as below them And I feel like that's the same feeling I got from that eye. And I'm sick of people being exploited.
Isha continues to look towards the rising sun. We'll have to elaborate on what exploitation means in the future.
Scene will nod and just also look at the sunrise.
And scene.
Indeed. The rest of the party starts to wake up toward the end of the launch. The other troop of 3 starts to pack up, and they give a brief thank you to you all as they start to depart. And the camp of Star Dreamers starts to slowly scatter in the morning, going off in their different directions. Anything you guys would like to do in the morning before you...
Yes. Sorry, Isha, you're not done talking. You're gonna talk to me now.
You
Careful.
interrupt me in the middle of a prayer.
Okay. Where do I find you?
Somewhere. I don't fucking know.
Okay. I presume I would have looked around camp first. Frustratingly asked around, Scene probably pointed me in the direction of where he last saw you. And perhaps that's where I find you. And she'll approach. You're in the middle of a prayer?
Yes. I realized that we didn't dispel magic on all of the people. So she is just sending a prayer to Moratan that she wants Moratan to do that for her.
Love that. Okay. If Steris notices, she will wait for you to be done. Let's find out if I notice. Otherwise, I'm interrupting you.
It's probably not that hard to tell. I don't
Okay.
think that it's one of those things where,
Roll worthy.
yeah, it's
That's-
not. She's not trying to hide it.
Mm-hmm. So once you complete, Steris will ask, what you saw in Stev that led you to save him.
I didn't see anything.
So then the way I handled it just wasn't good enough?
It is more complicated than not good enough. It lacks decisiveness and derision. It is indifferent and cold. It's quite the opposite of you, Lady of Ash and Fire.
Lady. So, you didn't gaze upon him through the infinite corridor and see the many versions and pluck out the one you found most useful?
No. Walking through the corridor requires effort. It is hard to do so when I am trying to recover.
So what made you go back in the first place, after I had reported what I had done?
You can call it paranoia.
Well, paranoia gave Stev a second chance.
You gave him second chance.
According to you, I was leaving him to be eaten by bears, apparently.
It is one possibility. If you are not pleased, I would kill him in front of you. If it would mend this wound that you have.
I left him alive for a reason. I didn't think he deserved death.
Then why this confrontation?
Because I never know when you're going to perceive something I do as correct or not. Every time I seem to make a decision, you have a counter argument as to why it wasn't good.
Maybe I'm just trying to start a fire.
And maybe I'm too easily goaded. Doesn't matter. What's done is done. I didn't just come here to... I didn't just come here to be confrontational. I came here because I wanted to talk to you about my experience in the corridor. You had told me that nothing I saw there was real. And that I had to shape fate for myself. So what does that imply about what I did see? Those things, possibilities? Fate that is just left unshaped?
I do not truly understand the function of the corridor itself. It is like a spool of thread. Before it is turned into... I don't know what the little ball of thread is called, but that is much what I imagine is its function, is it takes potentiality and it gives you reality.
So it refines potential into reality. As far as you
Yes.
understand. Good. I saw a version of myself when I was there. A version that had more power than I do now. I was curious if that meant it was possible for me to make that reality.
The stuff is all there as far as I can tell.
I've been training. Remember the dreams I shared about how Sig would come and visit?
Yes.
We've been doing that every night since she left. And I feel like I can manipulate my magic in a new way, in a way that makes me able to hit harder, last longer in battle. That was the version of myself I saw in the Infinite Corridor. I was trying to make sense of how those were linked. What I saw versus what I feel I'm becoming.
The corridor is not linear, much to my dismay. Forward sometimes is back, and back is sometimes sideways. But
Should I not-
you seem to be handling it well enough.
Am I able to
Concerned. Sorry, go ahead.
am I able to trust what I saw?
You cut out, Sarah.
Oh, I was asking if I'm able to trust what I saw.
Only as much as it is reliable. I fear that what you saw has come to pass.
Well, let's hope so. I don't think that Garvon is actually my target, but his name is eerily similar to the man I do seek, Gavram. Hearing it for a moment, I thought I had a lead. It was disappointing to mishear. But it sparked something in me. I feel like I haven't been making much progress towards my goals. Training makes me feel more productive.
Have you been reading the scriptures of the forgotten god of death?
Can't say I have.
Interesting.
You're giving me book recommendations now.
I simply wish to understand if he is the opposition of life.
I don't feel like opposition of life captures at least what I was taught. Life and death work in tandem with one another. One can't exist without the other. Saying it opposes life doesn't make a lot of sense.
I agree.
So I can take that book off the reading list.
For now, until I find an older one.
What was it you called me earlier?
Lady of Ash and Fire?
You trying to bond with us by creating nicknames?
No. That is your name.
Okay. First I've heard of it.
Of course.
I really need to reorganize my expectations of how conversations are going to go with you. Every time
Never come to a sphinx for straight answers.
and every time that's what you say.
Maybe in the future I will change. And it will be easier to get the reassurance you seek.
Why do I feel like this is a specific approach for me?
Hmm? I think if you ask Turris, you'll find that is just as painful.
Maybe I should. Well, we're really having a human travel with us for the next 3 days.
As I said, if you do not like him, I can simply kill him.
No. I just thought we'd stuff him up in Tourist Tower once he gave us directions.
It's easier if he comes with us.
One more body to protect.
Hmm.
And one that can't help us in any fight.
And?
If both of our
And-
goals is to keep him alive, having him travel with us is quite risky.
In the future, there will be battles where we have to defend entire cities from things we cannot see.
You're saying this is a stepping stone.
It is indeed a stepping stone. There will be loss in the future that we cannot see.
Such as?
If we lose a battle, maybe an entire city will just be gone, wiped off the face of this planet.
Well, thank goodness I have a defenseless human to protect for practice.
It will be helpful for you, I guarantee it.
Good talk, Isha. And Stirs will turn to leave.
All right. As that conversation is happening, the orc woman from the group that you guys saved, before they depart, walks up to you, Scene, kind of like almost looking a little nervously. And she says, we wanted to give you something as thanks for saving us.
Oh, you don't have to do that. You're
Oh, thank goodness you do speak common. It seems appropriate, and we don't have.
before she starts talking again, Cena's gonna start talking in Aklo. And just trying to mess with her.
What do you say in Aklo?
I'll say, "Oh, sorry, I only know a few words in common."
she says back.
No. I'll speak. I'll speak. I'm trying to think of like what it would be.
You would know Aklo.
Like, huh?
You would know Aklo. You actually might only know Common and Aklo.
No, that's all I know.
Okay.
Scene would essentially like speak Aklo common-ish, like interchanging
Broken
words.
Aklo.
Yeah, like broken common, but trying to sell the idea that like he only knows a little bit of common. I can roll performance if you need.
You're sure. In Aklo, she responds saying, I don't know if you are just trying to mess with me, but it might be easier if you speak only Aklo. I know a little bit, but it is hard going back and forth. And she's speaking very rough Aklo, like kind of slow and unsure and like over enunciating everything.
Cena's gonna switch to common and just be like, "Oh my god, your Aklo is so good."
Oh, thank you. I've been trying to practice, but there aren't too many in Lanova who speak it. So I only really get to practice with travelers here and there.
Scene will give her 2 thumbs up and say, "Well, it's great, and if you want to speak in it for practice, we can, but I was just messing with you."
Well, I can appreciate a good jest. At any rate, and she will switch back to Aklo. She pulls out this stone that's kind of like floating over her hand, and she holds it out to you. It says, "This is for your group. Thank you very much for serving great justice in apprehending us." She picks some of the incorrect Aklo words, but is trying her best.
Yeah. Scene will clap.
And I have moved the Aeon Stone of Sprouting to your inventory.
Does she say that in Aklo too?
No, I'm saying that in common.
No, I
In
no,
Aklo, in Aklo, she will explain that it allows whoever bonds with it to cast Tanglevine, and it also will give you every once in a while you can coax a little extra healing out of it. So sort of. You get some temp HP if you get hit with a healing spell or a bad void spell.
Oh, sweet.
I guess it doesn't have to be a spell. Just vitality healing or void damage.
Yeah. Scene would take it and would stop clapping and say, "Thank you so much. This is so kind of you." And like I said, your Aklo is great. And then we'll keep clapping.
She smiles wide and gives like a little bow and says, "My thanks again." In Aklo, she says, "My thanks again. May Denala's blessing be on top of you."
Scene will do a gesture, that's what I meant. Like he's wearing Denala's blessing like a hat.
She looks confused for a moment, and then it's like smiles and laughs a little. In common now, she will say, "We wish you well on your travels."
Scene will nod and say, same to all of you.
She will nod and return to the group. And that is about the time that Steris and Isha are finishing up their conversation.
With Steris slithering away, mad as fuck.
Yeah. It's all my snakes are kind of hissing, slithering away. I don't know why I bothered trying to talk to her in the first place. And I have more RP stuff, but it's with Turkon, so I'll wait till next session.
Okay.
Again.
All right. Well, from there, I imagine that you guys gather up your camp and start to depart yourselves. Stev I would say Stev in tow, but probably Stev in the lead. And as you make your way across the valley over the course of the next couple of days, we can take a quick break. And then we'll come back and we'll finish up the last hour.
Sounds good.
I need to talk to Turris for 90 minutes though.
Well, okay.
Get a picture.
Okay. That can be the next night. It doesn't
90
need,
minutes.
doesn't need to be the same morning. Or maybe it does.
Like, ours was like max 10.
We can do that when we come back. We don't have to do,
Maybe what will happen is Isha will have a regular conversation with Turris, and you'll be like, "What the fuck is wrong with you?"
That was
I had a regular ass conversation with Scene. I didn't see it, so I have nothing to compare.
I would call nothing about that conversation regular.
it was a more human conversation than typically ends up happening, I would say. It was a nice heart to heart. At least it seemed like it.
It felt like it.
It did.
Are you like taking shots at me?
No, I'm saying from Isha's perspective of being a like a super ancient semi-cosmic being, Isha saying that they are also a little bit afraid of what lies outside the bubble is not quite the same.
Yeah.
Anyway.
You got vulnerability from Isha.
Mhm.
Sarah's
Also, why would you get vulnerability? You were like, "Hey."
I'm not saying that it makes sense. I'm just saying that.
Also, he's a freak, just like me.
It's easier to have a heart-to-heart when you both don't have hearts.
True.
Sarah's
All of his
having
organs
to-
are actually eyeballs.
They're all eyeballs. No.
Eyeballs and...
Turns out when you have a conversation out of anger, what you get back is anger. Sarah hasn't figured that out yet.
It makes sense. All right. I'm going to go take a break real quick. Be back in like 5 minutes, and then we'll handle the next hour.
I'm back.
Did we do a group break while I was AFK?
Yes. We just broke a couple minutes ago.
Okay, cool. Had to help Rye with our fridge situation, and then I immediately had to use the restroom. So
Ruh-roh.
we, our fridge. Well, we have two fridges because some of our roommates do not know how to allocate space.
Oh. That's a problem.
Yeah. So one of our other roommates, he bought a fridge off of what's that website? Craigslist. Thank you. Off of Craigslist. And it doesn't work super great, but he was using it, and our other roommate who moved out, and then Ryan moved in. And I was like, let's just make it easy. And I said, I told roommate who bought the fridge, he could just use my space and the main fridge. Because he's just one dude anyhow. And then I was like, me and Ryan will just use the Craigslist fridge together since we're we share all the stuff and whatnot. And that part works, but the fridge also has known to freeze everything on the top shelf of the fridge. Because the freezer is on top and it pushes the air from the freezer on the top to the fridge section below. And it's frozen stuff on the top. But then also more recently, the airway from the top has started to freeze shut, and it has been over freezing the freezer and creating a little snowland in there.
My gosh.
So, yeah, so I had to
It's so whimsical.
it's so whimsical. I had to clear it out today. We had to pull everything out, and I had to de-ice it, and we let it thaw for a few hours just so any of the airflow channel would declog of ice. So we're attempting to. There's this piece of styrofoam that actually mostly blocks the airflow channel, but we don't know if that also contributed it to freezing over the freezer. So we took that out, and we're seeing if that'll kind of balance the flow again.
Hope it does.
Me too. Thanks. If
Yeah,
not,
that sounds annoying as hell.
yeah, I don't want to have to go through the trouble of buying a new fridge because that's a lot of money.
Yeah.
Yeah, we just went to Lowe's and looked at them.
For fun. Like,
For fun.
For fun.
And it was
hell.
crazy.
They're upwards of they're computer range of pricing.
There was a $4,000 fridge there. And some
Holy
of them
heck.
were $8,000. It was
Yeah,
crazy.
we saw one for $800. That was just a snack fridge, basically.
Uh-huh.
That's bonkers to me.
Yeah, it's ridiculous.
Yeah. New fridges can be pretty expensive.
I really liked snack fridge, though.
Yeah, you did.
I really did like it.
That's fair. Was it cute?
You know, it was it was a little bit taller than me,
Mhm.
which is it was little. It was kind of cute in a way.
You know what's not expensive? Well, not as expensive. Just chest freezers are very good at what they do.
Oh yeah, we were looking at
shockingly
those too.
affordable.
Yeah.
Well, yeah, that's what we were joking that if we got that, we'd have to buy one of those.
Mhm.
Yeah.
And I thought that was a really
It sounds
funny
like
joke.
we're trying to buy a fridge. We don't live together.
It does.
Share
Sorry,
time
we're
with
not.
the
She's
fridge.
married. We're not actually together. I just want everyone to know that we
You
were
guys
just
play house
pretending.
sometimes. Yeah,
Yeah, we were
do
just
play
pretending.
house.
role playing. It's fun.
Mhm.
It's funny because everyone thinks that we're a couple when we go out together. And
Even if my actual husband's with us, it's fine.
it's okay. When I go hang out with your husband, they also think we're together.
Yep. So the common denominator is you, actually.
But look, I can't help it. Okay, we're all back, right?
Konnor's making a quick snack as of 6:51.
Wow.
It's
are
okay.
you
You can start
making?
your 90-minute RP session with Turris now.
Uh-oh.
True.
I don't know what you have to talk to Turris about for 90 minutes, but chop chop.
What do you mean? I have so much to talk about.
I
Turris
believe it.
about.
My internet is... Oh, knock on wood, stable. It went out for like a
You're
brief
like,
period.
you're like, internet, get me out, get me out,
Get me out of here,
get
no!
me out of here.
This is gonna be unproductive. No, it knocked out once before anybody noticed, I think. And I just almost came back almost immediately. And then it went out again the time you guys saw me disappear.
Damn.
But hopefully it's been more chill since then.
I mean, if it cuts out, it cuts out. It is what it is. Are we good to go?
Yeah, go ahead.
I mean, I am.
So
Sorry, I wasn't sure how real we were. I didn't know how real it was gonna be.
I will.
I just needed to make sure.
No, you actually had a 90-minute conversation ready for Turris.
Just so Turris knows where we're at. I don't know exactly when you got cut off, but we're bringing Stev with. Stev is showing the way to the camp. You guys rested. The group of 3 folks that you rescued from that camp, they gave a present to Scene as a thank you for rescuing them. And then you guys
Did all the heavy lifting.
Yeah, there were a couple of serious conversations between Isha and Scene over the watch, and then Isha and Steris in the morning. And then you guys departed, and now it is several days later.
This would have been on the road.
Yeah, on the road, yeah.
Turris,
Yes, Isha.
you never filled me in on your last encounter with the Seraph.
Well, you were kind of there, weren't you?
Yes, but I was missing something.
From the conversation, you mean?
Yes, if it felt like you were speaking to each other telepathically.
Yes, he was using some sort of spell to speak into my mind directly.
Interesting.
It wasn't quite pleasant, and he tried to assume control of this avatar. Even far less pleasant. That I suppose is partially why I've been training to steal my mind from things like that nightmarish creature. Seraph has already tried to get inside my head. I'm doing everything within my power to assure that he does not at any given time in the future now. Aside from that, all I can really tell you is that he has his own skewed perception of what he is doing. Though he has no qualms with or ignorance of the fact that he is using several hundred, if not thousands, of mortals to do his bidding that are, in his eyes, expendable. And, in fact, he relishes their suffering, which is all but redoubled. I desire to thwart his plans in any chance we get.
Interesting. It does make sense to me that he would have such a such a perspective on things.
Yes, the strange thing is that he had, I don't know which word to use specifically. Well, he spoke almost as many riddles as you do, and he had a strange reverence for the Fall. Perhaps a gratitude, despite the fact that it's almost certainly seems like he intends on perhaps taking the power for his own.
Okay, I heard you. I need to go do something really quick. So my family came home, and they're going to the laundromat right now, and I have to give them my clothes. Sorry, be right back.
Give them not so tidy whities.
Yeah, I'm doing laundry tonight too. That is
It's
most
laundry night.
most of what I did on my break was switching my clothes from the washer to the dryer.
Oh, how funny. Oh, same.
I hope I'm remembering that correctly, by the way, the
That's a good representation of it. yeah.
Seraph's vibes. Yeah, okay.
Scene and Stairs have any big important things to talk about while we're waiting for Isha to return?
Hmm.
Okay,
Big
so sorry.
Welcome back.
things to
My
talk about.
apologies.
No worries.
Did Scene use message to tell Steris what he did?
Yes. Oh wait, did you? You told
I was
Isha
trying-
and you told Turris. I don't know if you told me actually.
I thought I told Steris, but I was like, you maybe didn't respond.
I don't think I responded.
So Scene's going to assume it didn't work. And Scene would just go over to Steris and be like, wasn't that pretty cool?
Just cold opening. Wasn't that pretty cool?
Would Steris respond?
I think she did respond.
Yeah. I was asking you to clarify. We've been traveling for 3 days, Scene. I don't know what cool thing you're referring to.
Sorry, my headphone just died. I think that's why I can't hear you. One sec.
Oh my goodness.
I was like, was I muted?
The back.
No, let's let the serious conversation happen.
All right.
Scene, you and I can talk about how cool your messaging
Yeah, give
was
me.
in the text.
All right. Carry on, Turris and Isha.
I understand that we have a plan to seek more information about the Seraph. And I find the description of his infatuation with the Four fascinating.
You're fascinated that he is fascinated by them.
Yes.
Suppose that's fair. All things considered.
Does the fact that he was able to attempt to assert control over you make you doubt your origins at all?
Kind of puts a hand to his chin and rubs it. I don't think so. Why do you say that?
Well, I don't believe that Tower Einkrad was built, if that makes sense.
You don't think I was built?
I believe you're built. I just don't believe you're built on this planet.
Oh. You believed me to be a transplant of sorts. Oh, that's novel. I love that. I had assumed that the Seraph could instill that ability on anyone. I just happened to be the one woefully in his way.
I know that I said that we limit our confrontations with him, but it's something I want to experiment with. Not all things can be done through the infinite corridor, and this is such a thing, sadly.
I haven't had the pleasure of this infinite corridor yet, but
I think you would find it quite boring.
if you say so. I do love new experiences, however, but I believe that there's many ways to, what do they say, crack an onion?
I wouldn't know.
That must be it then. Anyhow, if we can glean more information about the Seraph, or even my own origins, I do like knowing more about myself. It's possible. I came from where the fall came from. A great undertaking, though. Mind you, to take such a magical tower and transplant it from one world to the another. Say, you don't suppose I have some sort of flying capabilities myself, do you?
I am implying that the four did come on a giant flying castle, after all.
His eyes kind of like light up. It's like, Isha, that's so novel. I'm more than simply a tower. I'm a vessel, a ship.
I think it's likely, yes.
Oh, we must redouble our efforts to clearing out the rest of me and enabling me to assume full control of myself. I think it is imperative.
When we reach Riddell, I think we'll have a few days. It will take time to negotiate with royalty there. I highly doubt that they'll just simply believe that a creature like myself has managed to stumble into. And she pulls out the treaty between Riddell and Lanova.
Hmm. Well, I'm always here to assist. I can be quite convincing, you know.
Yes, I'm quite aware. I still am boggled by the fact that humans are so easily deceived by you.
That isn't quite deceiving if I believe that I'm doing the right thing, is that not?
I think that is a different question than what I am proposing, perhaps.
Well, you have an enigmatic sense of time, but I've always felt like I'm precisely where I need to be in the moment. things that I've done to help, for lack of a better word, convince the many mortals that what we're doing is in the right, I think was what it was meant to be.
I can't disagree with you there.
Therefore, we shall keep traveling, and in our negotiations, I'm sure we are not to fail, one way or another.
Yes, we will surely gain something either way.
Right. He smiles. I suppose we'll glean any information of the Seraph from these poor villagers that have decided to take up an encampment for the Seraph.
You know what's so interesting is sometimes these remote villages have a different perspective on something. Being so far away from the main places of worship has a way of changing the doctrine a little bit. I'm certain we'll find something useful. It seems that these places always have something.
Yes, and at the very least, this Garvon might know something, considering he's attempting to perform some sort of ritual for the Seraph.
It's possible. It seems likely, at least. I don't know what it could be, though. I have been thinking about it. But speaking of Gavin, yes, that's what I said.
Right.
Steris, one of her assailants, had a similar name.
That's so.
Yes, it was shockingly similar, although I can't bring myself to remember it at the time. That was because Mitchel was too busy trying to RP and not writing stuff down. Gevin, something like that.
You think they perhaps are related in some way?
I think that anything is possible. Though, I think that if Steris thought it was Gevram, she would have used that sight that lets her see millions of miles away or whatever.
One thing, if I were to pretend that I was somebody else, and in fact I have in the recent day, I would use a completely different name than my own. I wouldn't use anything similar. That would be ridiculous. This could be happenstance or perhaps a close to distant relation. I can't imagine it would be the same person.
I agree. It does seem unlikely to me that it would be the same.
And in terms of the Seraph and his bidding, rubs his chin again. I don't know. I suppose the ritual could be any number of things. I suppose if I were the Seraph, and currently my power was concentrated in the Underdark, trying to gain more of a foothold here. Perhaps some sort of larger location for communication or travel. Perhaps he's trying to set up his own sort of portals for his underlings to get around or communicate. I don't know what sort of ritual would require other mortals like that to complete, unless they are ghastly in some nature, but I wouldn't put it past the Seraph.
Isha sort of like looks at you when you're like, yes, portals. And she like takes her wig and scratches her face. And she's like, well, It's right here in the middle between the two cities. From this remote mountain village, it would just be a simple downhill roll to Riddell, and then the Seraph would control this entire mountain range.
It is quite possibly a portal of some sort. Not only that, but considering the fact that the Goldsman back at the what was that little keep before the mountains called again?
The keep before the mountains. Correct.
Yeah. They did say this was a no man's land, and that there are no scouts here for the sheer simplicity of the place is strategically unworthy of keeping an eye on. Which would make an insanely useful staging point to get into Lanova proper.
Yes, that does make sense. I'm gonna make a religion check here, actually. Did the blood god? So, my question is, did the blood gods have like flesh portals? I'm just saying. I think it's a good question to ask.
It's a good question.
It's very topical at the moment.
One moment.
One moment. I love when a question about lore becomes one moment.
Ooh.
I mean, you're onto something.
That means Varys has to go to his notes and Control F, search
Figure
for
it out.
something.
Yeah.
So. No, you don't recall the blood gods ever doing anything with flash portals.
Okay, well that's good. And that's not just because I failed, right? That's because I definitely crit and you're not lying to me.
Who can say?
True. Okay. Isha sort of, well, to my knowledge, no such deities have been able to do anything like that, but clearly the Seraph is quite the exception here.
Indeed.
Either way, I'm glad we're going this way to deal with it. Even though it was originally my idea to skip, the likelihood that something sinister could be occurring here is pretty high, if you ask me.
Precisely. I'm glad that you're on board. And in the end, that is what we are meant to do, isn't that not?
You're right, once again.
Oh, I love this. I think we're truly bonding finally, Isha.
Oh, don't say that. I might have to say something crazy.
Oh, you were going to anyhow.
Maybe. I'm going to interrupt scene and Steris right now.
Okay.
we've been talking about Scene's composition for his song. Or Scene has been talking about it and I've been listening. I'm his
Yeah,
captive.
I'm going to interrupt you by yelling. What was it that you were going to ask me anyways, Steris? You left in quite the flame.
I asked you everything I wanted to already, Isha.
Yes, but it seems like you didn't get the answer you wanted.
I fear any way I ask the question, I won't get the answer I wanted.
Or you could just tell me what you want.
And risk you putting your spin on it.
I fear that anytime you ask me a question, the risk will always be that I will put my spin on it.
And I'd rather keep it to myself.
Suit yourself then.
And I'll whisper to Scene that she was just mad that I was paying attention to you instead of her, I guess.
I heard you.
Scene started to nod to agree with Steris, and then when Isha says that, his eye goes wide and he goes stiff as a board.
The odd reaction Scene. Has she gotten to you?
I mean, she's yeah. I mean, she's always been a little scary.
Did she do something to solidify your fear?
Has Isha told us what she is?
In terms of, Sphinx?
Yeah.
Pretty sure.
We know she's a Sphinx. She has alluded a lot to being an old god, or one of the forgotten gods. I don't know that Isha never speaks in well, at least not in my experience, in very pointed manners. So I don't know if she's actually used the words, but...
Scene would just be like, I mean, do we even know what she is? And Scene would try and shape his body to match Isha's. And it would just, it's almost like what Isha is outside of the realm of what Scene can understand. And so it's like if Ditto in Pokemon tried to become a copy of a Pokemon it's never seen.
Or like when Pikachu is scrunching its face in a bunch of different ways to pretend to be other Pokemon. Yeah. You can almost get there. I don't know how much it matters what she is. More that it matters what we're doing together.
Oh, I mean, I trust Isha. I'm just confused.
I can agree with you there, Scene. I don't know. It always seems like she knows much more than she lets on. And when I try to ask her anything direct, I always get a riddle of an answer. And yet I always feel like she wants something specific from me. Can't fathom what it is.
She really should take a class on direct communication.
Has she given you a strange nickname?
Not that I know of.
I feel like you'd remember if she called you something other than your name.
I feel like she hardly addresses me ever, so
Well, you told me you had a conversation with her the other day at sunrise.
oh yeah, but what I said still stands.
She didn't address you during that whole conversation. I see.
I definitely did.
You did. Interesting.
I'm like, y'all are haters.
We are haters.
Scene's not trying to be a hater. Scene is just like,
He's being influenced.
yeah. No, it's just Scene is like, she hardly even looked at me, like, and Scene is an eyeball, so that is a big part of communication for Scene.
You had to remember she doesn't have eyes.
Which is even harder for you, being an evil eye.
Yeah, I don't think Scene realized that. I just assumed they were, or Scene at least just assumed that they were in a different location, that like Scene just wasn't sure, or maybe they looked different.
Could you imagine the conversation where he's like, "Why don't you ever look at me?" Then she's like, "I don't ever look at anyone."
Scene is accidentally ableist.
Sorry, you guys are having a conversation. I'm sorry.
No, you're good.
Anyway, she gave me a cute nickname. She called me the Lady of Ash and Fire. It's a little on the nose.
I think there was I think that's the name of a song.
Is it now? When you recall?
GM.
Varys, you decide if this is a song.
It can absolutely be a song. That is fine with me.
But is it one I recall?
Yeah.
So
Is it one you can recall all the words to? If you want to sing it, if you want to perform it right now, I would need to check. If you're just trying to remember the song, yes, it's totally fine.
If I do a roll and get a good enough
If
score.
I do a roll and I crit, that means you have to sing a song improv right now.
Yeah, I was gonna say you have to write the lyrics to a song.
Negative. That's not how this works.
But what
I
if I
say-
get a crit?
I say, good job. You get to put that into the world now. Not, okay, now I will dance
Not
for you.
I make a song.
I think you're just being lazy.
We tried.
Stop.
We tried.
You know, I know it's the song. I can't remember who sang it.
Well, if you can recall it, you should play it sometime. I'd be curious to hear.
Maybe Isha knows it. Maybe Isha wrote it. I wouldn't be surprised. Scene would kind of just like blank out and stare, thinking about that for a sec. And then would actually address what you said of it being a little too on the nose and being like, what do you mean by that?
Well, just that the bulk of the spells I use are fire related. It doesn't matter.
You think she'd be a more creative? I guess that's what happens when you've been around for ever.
Stairs will sigh a bit. It's like, or maybe I'm letting my sour mood paint my perceptions again. She really has a way of getting under my skin. But perhaps that's her goal. She mentioned something about stoking a fire. Does she have
What?
that effect on you, Scene? Sometimes I feel like I'm the only one who doesn't get on with her.
I feel like maybe it's because you and her are a little more similar than her and I are.
Ooh.
Dare I ask, what makes you think that?
What a subtle read. My wig.
I do feel like we're both strong-willed, and that leads us to butt heads.
I think that's a big part of it. At least probably what I picked up on, but I also think both of you act with such senses of purpose.
You've given me something to think on. Don't be offended, but I wasn't expecting that.
Hey,
You're surprisingly wise, Scene. Bizarre.
I was going to make some dumb joke of like, that's what the +2 to wisdom's for. But Instead, I'm gonna explain that I was going to make the joke.
Yeah, he was just
Um,
writing lyrics for a new song of his last night, and it really had me rethinking this whole Seraph business.
Well,
Got steep. Anyway, up this pass is the village. Probably another half day's travel away. Might be good to rest here. It's gonna be dark pretty soon.
thank you. Thank you for keeping us on track, Stev. You've been surprisingly quite the asset.
Well, you know, been wandering this valley for years and years at this point. Ought to know my way around. But you can keep the compliments flowing, that's fine with me.
Don't become dead weight. She might bite you.
You know, I was feeling comfortable with the group. I was feeling a little bit comfortable, and now I'm scared for my life again.
Have to keep you on your toes.
Suppose I'm decent on my toes. So, what do you want to do? Break here for the night?
Well, if that's what you're recommending, I think we should heed to your knowledge rather than wandering blindly.
But the ritual's supposed to be tomorrow, or the day after. I don't remember. And he like looks up at the sun and he starts pointing at his fingers a couple of times. Kind of squints. Yeah, I think it's tomorrow.
But there's a chance it could be today.
No, definitely not today.
But probably tomorrow.
Yeah, probably.
Squints.
Look, it might be on Sunday. That's all I... It's either tomorrow... Are you just trying to read if
harder.
He's being entirely truthful about not being sure. He seems very confident that it is tomorrow or later and not today.
Well, if we're very confident about that, then I suppose resting won't be detrimental. We'll either be right on time or early.
So it'll be late or early. Those are not good odds.
You think they'll start the ritual first thing in the morning, and we'll miss it?
No, it should be dusk.
Yes, Seraph loves to do things at dusk.
Does he? I always thought that was Garvin. Kind of throwing his own. Good to know.
Why wouldn't they start it first thing in the morning?
How far away are we exactly?
Because if we were supposed to arrive, he told us to arrive, and then he turns to Turris. He's like, about half a day, about 6 hours travel. He told us to arrive, you know, tomorrow or the day after by dusk.
And he's expecting you to arrive with hostages he would need for the ritual. Therefore, it would need to be done at dusk.
Right.
Well, on the plus side, if any of the other Star Dreamers went back, they're absolutely running amok of the place.
Here's hoping.
In fact, when we get there, I can assume this good chap's identity again and take a look around.
Wouldn't you not need to assume his identity because you've been reborn?
Yes, however, if in the case that there are more of the Star Dreamers than are Star Dreamers, and they were able to pacify our Star Dreamers, at least looking like one of them, will be a net positive.
That's a lot of
Fine.
what ifs.
If we find one of our Star Dreamers and known that they've taken over, simply say that I had to blend in, and then boom, I just become Turris again. Easy.
With another bolt of lightning for effect.
Of course. Speaking of which, I can rest from the other day, right?
Yes.
Yes, yeah.
My spell slots back.
You know, the harebrained scheme worked out for us last time. What are the chances of it failing now?
Precisely. We are simply doing what we are destined to do.
Hairbrain, does that mean like hair for brains? What does that mean?
Yes.
Oh.
It means you weren't using your brain.
Not possible. I use all of my brain all of the time.
Well, it actually mostly comes from hairs, like a rabbit.
Oh, that makes sense. Don't have a lot of those in these mountains.
But I love the idea that it is instead harebrained, as in the only thing on your head is hair.
Well, I guess I shouldn't rely on what my siblings told me.
Well, you don't have any hair, so
Oh, no wonder we missed that idiom up. Zell was really... should have known.
So, you guys sound like you get one more rest for the night, and then you will depart in the morning to head up this kind of narrow pass towards where this village is, nestled between the mountains. Stev lets you know when you are kind of approaching this town, and I'm going to give you a little look at it. Go ahead and just give me I suppose like a athletics check from everyone to see how quickly you get there the next day.
are we just like walking up a mountain?
It's not like, I mean, it's through yes, you're hiking upward for a good portion.
Am I still frightened?
Yes.
Blame.
You knew the consequences.
You need to get a reprieve from the night sky for one of your rests.
I simply just run ahead.
Okay. All right.
Like, I have this for a minute. I'm not.
Okay.
I refuse to. Ah!
You refuse to
You okay?
My headphones were being weird.
I see. Okay.
Don't make me climb. Anything but athletics.
Okay. So you're just like using this once every hour to. You're so fast that it doesn't even matter if you roll badly.
It does matter though,
That's fair.
because I don't want to critically fail.
Yeah, sure, sure. This is not to determine if you arrive tired or whatever. This is just like how well you keep pace. And you.
Well, sadly, it'll be better than scenes, so there's that at least. Mm.
That's pretty good. That's pretty good. Could I get one from everyone else as well? I suppose I'll throw one for Turcon. As if
Is
he's.
this a new athletics
has-
check or the same?
Taurus had 25
Oh,
and I
yeah,
had
sorry,
31.
So I just need one from. Oh, and Scene got 11.
Scene roll an 11.
All right, so this is like a group aggregate, so the 11 is fine.
Great.
You guys managed to keep up pretty good pace. And so you're arriving not only before dusk, you are arriving pretty much like right at noon. And I will give you guys a glimpse of what this town looks like.
We got another group of guys that are just stuck together.
At the moment, it's pretty.
Find out.
This looks like that PoE map.
PoE. The PoE map?
Yeah, chapter 2.
Oh, yeah, a
The
little bit,
jungle?
yeah. Yeah. I can see that. It does have it, like, kind of a similar looking tile set. That's funny.
This also definitely looks like a map that you've used before, like years ago for the It was like the initial game we played
Mhm.
when we formed like the lizards chat.
Right. Maybe. I could have used this back then. I probably had it in a folder somewhere.
This also looks like a third thing that makes it sound like Varys just rehashed something he's seen or had.
So, so you guys arrive, and the town is mostly quiet at the moment. There are some folks, well, you mostly just see the walls at the moment, I suppose.
No high up vantage points we can get from outside.
There are quite a few, actually. It's like tucked in a kind of flat spot between a lot of kind of high points in the nearby nearby ridges and stuff. It's a little tough to get a look over this wall because the wall is intentionally built kind of like on these high points, as you can kind of see up here and down here. It's just kind of like a simple log wall with sort of like pointed tops. And this door at the front is closed at the moment.
Whoa.
And in the door, there's like a big old slide, like a peek hole slide, kind of at about eye level for most of you who aren't Turcon. Or I don't know where Scene's eye level ends up being. I imagine it oscillates. Anyway, it's about eye level for an average-sized human. And from Stev will let you know that they do usually have in this tower here someone keeping watch on the approaching road.
thing we kept this guy around.
He does give you, yeah, he's giving you a little bit of advance notice of all of this.
Seems like it. Seems like it'll be hard for us to scope out the camp ahead of us making our move. Oh, Misha said not for me.
That drag was so slow. What the heck?
Yeah.
Truly, if you don't mind a little bit of like rock climbing, there are ways to get peaks inside. Probably.
Yeah, Isha is just gonna walk up the other side of the mountain.
Just going for an easy walk up the other side of the mountain.
It is easy.
Yeah.
With spider climb, it is actually trivial to take a peek over the walls.
Yep. I guess we'll just let her run ahead, like we always do.
Is that what we're doing? You guys want to hang back?
Well, she didn't tell us what she's doing, but I'm inferring based
Oh.
off past behavior.
My assumption is that I'm just moving my character around. My assumption is that we weren't gonna get peaks until next time.
Really, I'm hoping to give you guys a peek now, and then we'll jump right in next time.
Oh, okay.
But
Yeah.
we can do all the infiltration and everything next time. That gives time for more shenanigans.
Well, let's have a shenanigan plan.
Okay.
But yeah, I just like climb vertically or horizontally along this wall. But on the other side,
Okay.
question mark.
Okay. So we'll just for the end scene here. You do
Actually,
Mhm.
sorry. My thing is this is actually going like up and around like this, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, so I just go up and I'm over here. Oh my god.
Yeah.
Perfect.
Yeah, there's not like some kind of invisible wall at the bottom of the scene. Another is. Yeah. So
I can't believe Scene is invisible.
So you peek over the edge here, and you see 8 of these kind of posts that have been set up in a circle. They're kind of still working on setting these up. You see quite a few workers out here getting these into place. There is a bigger one with kind of like 2 large logs set up in like an X shape over this center like dais. With ropes hanging down from like basically all of the arms of the X, if that makes sense. So if we're looking at the side view here, if this is the X right here, then there's like ropes hanging down from up here and ropes kind of down here too, if that all makes sense.
Yeah, they want to tie someone up.
Well, it's
That
that
is
weird
correct,
torture
yeah.
cross.
Yeah. That's pretty much correct on both counts there. You infer that they are going to tie someone up to that middle X structure. In addition to that, those workers there's like a couple people gathered around in the front of town. We'll represent that with a familiar token. And they're one kind of like dressed up more than the others a little bit in these kind of flowing dark purplish robes, with some kind of amulet around his neck, And there is a maybe familiar, maybe not person kind of like standing in the middle of this group who has seemingly just entered through the doors.
Oh, I'm so stupid. It should just be assumed I always have this. I should.
Ah, see the unseen?
Yeah.
Okay.
Classic.
Let's see.
Don't worry. When I get a 5th level spell slot, I'm just making a wand of it. So
Okay. There are some unravelers, more than one, hanging out around. Oh, this building. I will mark it.
that's the Unraveler Villa.
Unrav Villa.
So here, they're kind of like doing little circles kind of above this building and then stopping and then being almost in complete still stasis for a couple of minutes. And then they move again. And they're kind of keeping an eye out above that building in particular. So across the way, you hear one person. This person who has recently entered the town and been kind of like flanked by this group. They are shouting like, "No, you have to understand. It is the Seraph of the Light has given us a mission that we don't need any of this anymore. We don't need the hostages anymore. We just need to follow our own path. That is what the Seraph wants." And then opposite her is this fellow in kind of those dressier robes saying, "Of course, you've had this epiphany about this Seraph of the Light, and he's delivered a message for you, has he? So what you are saying is you do not have the hostages that we sent you out to find. We do not have the sacrifices." And she says, "No, of course not. The Seraph of the Light said we do not need them." And this fellow says, "Very well. Then you will have to do. Take her." And the group kind of like surrounds her, and she's like, No. You don't understand. We don't need to do the ritual." And she starts getting dragged away over to one of these posts.
No, not
Wait a
her
minute.
and everyone else.
Wait a minute. Is this the group that we talked to?
The group dragging
Some of them.
Yeah, there's a couple of people who came back to the village from the group that you converted, and they are now being brought over to these posts and tied up. They have delivered the
What
message.
about the rest of the group?
They're not. They split up. They went in different directions. This group, this little fracture, got here. But a couple of them like went down the mountain. A couple of them went south. You saw them split up in all different directions. They didn't all go off in the same direction.
How many are like specifically grabbing this lady and dragging her?
It's give or take. It's this lady and like two others. And it's like 10 people are pulling them over to the posts to get tied up.
It looks. My count is 19.
Yeah, well, yeah, 10 to 20ish.
How?
Roll a die. Enough to make up a troop.
Okay.
Or a mob, as is their
The
title.
How many
ones.
messages are you firing off?
Yeah. I was also just about to ask. How many messages can I send in? Oh wait, duration.
As many of you as you have.
It's a cantrip, baby. I can just keep casting.
Okay. Then it.
I'm gonna target. I can't send messages simultaneously, right?
You cannot.
Trying to remember if there's like a spell trickster thing that gives you mass text message.
Oh my god.
I don't think there is.
Okay, I'm gonna target one of the ones that is, just like right, like actively next to the lady, and dragging her.
Okay.
And I'm going to speak into their mind. You dare to go against my word? And I'm just gonna do this to like the immediate surrounding people.
Okay.
I feel like this ritual leader knows what the Seraph sounds like, or at least could detect that this is not.
My
the
favorite
Seraph.
thing about this is I love the idea that Scene has simply just piggybacked onto Isha. And Scene is also over here looking.
That could absolutely be. Like I said, there's plenty of not extremely difficult ways to get a peek over the wall. We'll see next time if all of you are unseen. And we will see next time how this message goes as the person you're speaking to kind of like stops dragging this lady and like tilts their head a little and starts looking around. And we'll see how it goes next time. So, thank you guys for playing. Main question.
I really tried. I tried, fam. I tried to fill this entire session with nothing but RP.
It was
But sadly,
real
we got
close.
something done.
Yeah, we got 20 minutes.
Sadly, we did get something done. I tried my best.
RP is important.
It is. I was happy to hear all of that. That was very, very enjoyable.
It wasn't good enough, though.
And it made the session easy for me. My question is, do we want to play next week and resolve this scene next week?
Our combats always take either no time or a long time, and I'd rather I know that Sarah is like obsessed with this idea of like having Turkon have like the sparring session.
I'm
I'm
obsessed
completely
with it.
obsessed. Won't stop thinking about it.
But I love the idea of playing. And I will recommend we play.
Yeah, my thoughts are, if this is going to be a whole situation where you guys are trying to figure out everything that's going on, trying to get all the information, trying to sneak in, and I don't know how you guys are going to handle this. Turkon would enjoy it more if it was a smash in there and fight everyone session, I would say. But I don't know. I'll leave it up to you guys if you want to play next week or wait until Bill comes back. Because really my only goal is have Bill back when we get into Rudel.
It's a fun kind of side thing to do while we wait for Bill to rejoin us.
Mhm.
We could also see what Bill thinks and see if he's okay with us, like, or if he wants to be here for this, or
Yeah, I can check in on that.
You can.
I'm available to play next week, and I'm down to play next week.
Okay.
I am too. I'm just like, I don't, yeah.
I also think that if we're sort of in this position where we're gonna like play without people, we need to
Play without people.
play without people.
I agree with that. 3 weeks is a lot. But
That's
but
what I was thinking.
it has all been
Yeah.
spent on this same arc. So like resolving this arc truly
I love resolving the travel arc.
yeah. I think it makes sense. I think it makes sense to play. So if no one is opposed to it, then we'll play. And I will check in with Bill, make sure he's okay with it. I imagine.
Yes, obviously I would hate for him to be like, well, you guys have played without me, why do I even need to be there anymore? Blah 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 blah. So obviously if he
Want him to know he's still wanted.
Yes.
Hence why I'm leaving my RP stuff for him.
Right. Yeah, I don't imagine he'll have a problem with us resolving this travel arc.
We need to get some deep Turkon RP next time. He's the main one missing.
True. Yeah. Everyone's gonna have a scene with him next time, and we're still actually not gonna get this.
Yeah, actually. That's what's really gonna happen.
Yeah.
We have 3 weeks of RP to make up with Turkon.
All right. Well, thank you guys for playing. I really
I
enjoyed.
I love our pacing. Our pacing will be 2 weeks of getting shit done, and then 2 weeks of fucking off
Yes.
while Turkon is gone.
This is
Excellent.
getting some things done. Like, what if hypothetically this is actually like a big old portal thing or something?
Yeah.
No, there's no way it's not something important to IMO. I don't know what it could be. Flesh Portal was kind of crazy, and I like that idea, so I'm down to call it Flesh Portaling for the time being.
It's a good code name.
So, yeah. I think we should stop it.
Yeah.
We have to
just-
stop the flesh portal.
Let it happen. See how it goes.
No.
Get involved after it's over.
Just watch them do it.
Yeah.
Well, we gotta know what it is if we can stop it. Oh, it's too late.
Well, as I said, I failed in my mission this session, sadly. But there's always next session.
I apologize. I didn't have to cut in with Stev.
But you did.
I did.
That was a very funny. Let's stop this and
That wasn't
actually
my.
have something happen this
Literally.
session.
It wasn't
Is that
exactly
it?
my
We're
goal
done.
to interrupt. There just was a window for Stev to compliment scene. All he was saying is we should camp here, and we should camp here is an invitation to keep yapping.
Until it is an invitation to spy on what's happening next.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Well, thank you guys for playing. I will find someone to raid real quick. I'm looking forward to playing next week.
Thanks for running.
Looking forward to
Yeah, thank you.
Bill being back after that, and I'm excited for all the Rudel stuff and Flesh Portal.
He said it.
Mhm.
He said it. Thing.
He said it. He said the thing. Freudian slip.
It's real.
It's real. It's real. It's not a conspiracy theory.
We may as well just keep playing at this point since he confirmed it.
Interesting theory. Well, I'm gonna go raid out real quick, and then I will be right back.
All right. GG's.
GG's. All right. Thank you guys for hanging out for Pathfinder. That was a wonderful session. I enjoyed it quite a lot. We will be back next week for more. I'm going to try to stream this weekend as well. I have some music stuff I want to work on. I've been working hard on the website and some Patreon stuff. So the Patreon is now up, the music Patreon for your D&D music needs. Oh, thank you. I appreciate that. I appreciate the lurking. And Permafrost, I don't want to... We've been chatting back and forth a little bit. I don't want to just bring your whole story into the recording, but hopefully that campaign kind of straightens out for you a little bit. It sounds like the party has some stuff to work out with the GM, but it was good talking to you a little bit. Sorry I could not talk more as I was running the session for some of that anyway, when the roleplay wasn't doing all of the work for me, but I appreciated you sharing a little bit of that with me. We are going to raid. I think see a couple of tabletop friends playing some stuff. Give me just 1 second. How long have these Defenders of Kobold been playing? We've raided them a couple of times. I just want to make sure they're not about to end. Yeah, they've been going for about an hour. We can check in over there, maybe. Let's see. They're playing some Savage Worlds. I'm into that. let's give that a shot. Let's see what they're into at the moment. All right. Like I said, I'm going to try to have an actual schedule next week. Now that I've got like most of the website stuff and Patreon stuff kind of set up, I need to just start doing some music streams. We're going to be making some 16-bit versions of the music that we've been working on this spring, and I would love to share a little bit of that. It'll be pretty easy to put together, I think. Making like alternate versions of songs is quite a bit easier than making whole new songs themselves, so maybe we'll hammer out a few in short order. I was thinking about doing kind of a 24-hour stream on my birthday next week, but I don't think so. But we'll just try to get some good music streams in to promote the Patreon and stuff. And I have a couple of games I'd like to catch up on stream as well. So thank you again for stopping by. Hopefully you all have a wonderful end of your week and a wonderful weekend. And I'll see you all again real soon. Goodbye.